Desert.
It has been 2 years since Kroger closed its doors in Walnut Hills, creating a food desert in the neighborhood. But the community is moving forward with a plan to open a new grocery option by the end of this summer.
Now, you may recall last year, Reverend Jesse Jackson got involved with the issue, closing and eventually calling for a national boycott against Kroger as a result of the closing of that store. The Reverend was upset with the grocery chain closing stores like the Walnut Hills location. They say it's creating a food desert in poorer neighborhoods. Reverend Jackson eventually, though, called off the boycott after meeting with Kroger executives.
In our continuing series that we've called Move Up Cincinnati, examining issues of regional transportation growth and development.
9 on your side's Lisa Smith tells us about the community's search for a new grocery store operator.
Imagine being the food access coordinator in a neighborhood without a grocery store.
At the time that I was hired, Kroger announced that they were leaving.
For the last 2 years, Gary Dingle's job is to figure out how to fill the gap.
One of the ideas was to take a vacant lot, open up a school garden so that young kids get acclimated to where real food comes from.
The garden concept has been successful, but it doesn't solve the problem. The impact of the Kroger closure has been hard on Walnut Hills. Reverend Jesse Jackson came to town last year calling for a boycott of the Cincinnati-based grocery store chain and even met with Kroger representatives to try to work out a solution.
It's not just about Kroger, it's about a plan to fight poverty.
Since then, a lot has changed in Walnut Hills. Revitalization is happening in several areas around the old Kroger site, but not the site itself.
Those are the challenges, how do you get people to food and how do you get food to people in a way that's affordable and healthy.
As Walnut Hills is going through a housing boom, it makes the need for a grocery store an increasing priority.
Everything across the spectrum has been on the table. We want to move forward now.
So the Walnut Hills Redevelopment Foundation has a plan: find a grocery operator by the end of April.
By August of 2019, we will have a small grocery store open in Walnut Hills.
We certainly have an ambitious deadline, and that's part of the reason why we know we need to start small.
By small, they mean 750 to 4,000 square feet.
We have some buildings in mind, and we've toured those buildings, and we're working with a developer here that's very active in Walnut Hills.
It means moving away from using the old Kroger store as a grocery store location and approaching food sustainability differently. Lisa Smith, 9 on your side.
Now, the Walnut Hills Redevelopment Foundation is using a $250,000 grant to get the grocery store off the ground. They really hope to expand it over time. Be sure to stay with 9 on your side for special coverage of topics dealing with growth and transportation. You'll see the reports from our Move Up Cincinnati team on air and online at WCPO.com.